I want to tell you about a mom that I worked with. She had a 16-year-old daughter, and the relationship, which had once been close, the kind of close she had cherished and taken pride in, had deteriorated over 3 years into something she described as coexistence. They lived in the same house, they ate meals at the same table, spoke to each other, but her daughter stopped coming to her for anything real, for anything that mattered. When something happened at school, good or bad, her daughter told her friends first. When she was struggling, she disappeared into her room. When she was happy, she shared it everywhere except with her mom. And if you found yourself wondering why your teenager doesn't talk to you anymore, why your teenager seems distant, or how to reconnect with your teen, this story is going to feel very familiar. The mom, who loved her daughter more than anything in this world, felt like she was watching her daughter's adolescence through a window, present but not allowed in. If you recognize that window, stay with me because I want to tell you what happened when she stopped watching through it and started doing something different. Over the years, I've worked with parents who felt disconnected from their teenager. And while every family is different, the patterns behind parent teen disconnection are often surprisingly similar. The details change, the emotional dynamic usually does not. She told me the thing that broke her heart the most wasn't the arguments. The arguments she could handle. What she couldn't handle was finding out important things after everyone else. Whether her daughter made the team, got the part, had a problem with a friend, liked someone, or was struggling with something important. She wasn't hearing about those things anymore. She found out through social media or through someone else, or days later when the moment had already passed. She said to me, I used to be the first person she called, and now I'm not even in the top 5. I don't know when that changed, and I don't know how to get back there. She had tried everything she knew to do. More space, less space. Mother-daughter trips, more availability, more conversations. She wasn't ignoring the problem. She was working hard to fix it, and nothing seemed to work. Eventually, she started wondering if it was simply how things were going to be. Her daughter growing up, growing away, and her watching from the other side of the door that had quietly closed. We started by identifying what was actually driving the distance. Not the silence, not the eye rolls, not time spent in her room, the emotional dynamic underneath. Because one of the biggest mistakes parents often make when trying to improve communication with their teen is focusing on the behavior instead of the emotional experience underneath the behavior. And what we found surprised her. Her daughter wasn't pulling away because she didn't love her. She was pulling away because the emotional cost of sharing had become too high. Every time she shared something vulnerable, her mom responded with visible anxiety, worry, advice, questions, solutions. Emotions that became bigger than her daughter's own. And over time, her daughter had learned if I tell mom something, I have to manage mom's feelings about it. Sharing became expensive. When this mom finally saw it, she went quiet. Then she said, I've been making her manage my feelings about her life, and she's exhausted. That realization changed everything because her daughter didn't need a perfect mom. She needed an emotionally safe one. And this is where I want to pause for one moment because one of the biggest myths in parenting teenagers is that connection comes from having the perfect conversation. It doesn't. Connection is built in hundreds and hundreds of small moments. where your teen feels emotionally safe enough to be around you. Not judged, not fixed, not managed, just received. Most parents are looking for this grand breakthrough, the emotional conversation, the dramatic reconciliation. But trust is usually rebuilt in much smaller moments than that. And that's exactly what we started working on. We focused on 4 things. First, her regulated presence, learning how to manage her own emotions before interacting with her daughter. Second, her listening habit, learning how to receive what her daughter shared without immediately responding with worry, advice, or problem solving. Third, micro moments of connection, small daily interactions that build trust over. And fourth, repair, going back to the moments that had gone badly and taking responsibility without expecting her daughter to immediately meet her halfway. None of this was dramatic. None of this was dramatic. None of it was one big conversation. It was small changes practiced consistently, day after day, week after week, month after month. About 11 weeks into our work together, she sent me a voice note. I could hear she had been crying. She said, "Something happened last night and I couldn't wait until our session to tell you." Her daughter came home from school, regular Tuesday afternoon, nothing special. And she sat down at the kitchen table. Then she started talking. Not about anything important, about lunch, about a friend, about something funny that happened on the bus. And this mom stood at the counter pretending to stay busy because she didn't want to scare her away. She listened. She didn't interrogate. She didn't advise. She didn't fix. She simply stayed present. Her daughter talked for 20 minutes and then she got up and went upstairs. And this mom stood there and cried because for the first time in 3 years, her daughter had chosen her. And that's what so many parents miss. The goal isn't getting your teenager to tell you everything. The goal is creating enough emotional safety that they tell you that they want to tell you something. On that Tuesday afternoon, her daughter did, and everything started changing. The relationship isn't perfect now. I want to be honest about that. They still have disagreements. They still have hard days. There are still moments when old patterns show up, but the relationship is different. Her daughter comes to her now, not for everything, but for real things. And when she comes, her mom is able to receive what she brings without making her manage it. Recently, she told me, "I'm not watching from outside the window anymore. I'm in the room. Not always, but enough." And enough is everything after 3 years of nothing. When I ask you something, what would your version of that Tuesday afternoon look like? Not the perfect conversation, not the emotional breakthrough, just your teenager choosing you, sitting down beside you, starting a conversation, trusting you with a piece of their world. What would it feel like? Because that moment isn't a fantasy. I've watched it happen for moms who felt exactly the way this mom felt. Moms who thought that they tried everything. Moms who were quietly wondering if it was too late. It wasn't too late for her. And it's not too late for you. If this story is landing for you, drop the word Tuesday in the comments because that's what we're building toward. Not perfection, not a dramatic breakthrough. A Tuesday afternoon where your teenager chooses you. If you really want to start rebuilding connection with your teen, book a free discovery call with me. The link is in the description. We'll talk about your specific situation, what's really driving the disconnection, and whether the emotionally intelligent teen method is the right next step for your family. The cost of the call is nothing. The cost of spending 3 more years watching from the window is something you already understand. If this story moved you, give it a like, share it with the mom who needs hope right now, and subscribe for more videos like this every Thursday. Drop a comment and tell me, what's your window? What's the moment that makes you feel like you're watching from outside the relationship you want with your team? I want to hear it. And remember, your Tuesday is coming. Step towards it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.